Hey everybody, Georgia Jagger here, stampingeorgia.com. I am going to share with you another double Z fold card using one of my favorite new stamp sets, which is the Winter Woods, and I actually used the entire bundle. I love the framelits that go with it as well. Here is the front of the card, and then here is how it opens. The last time I shared a double Z fold card, it was going horizontal. So I just decided to take that same idea and turn it and do it in a vertical direction. So let's go ahead and get started. So here's the card again. And you notice that there is some embossing here on the bottom. So I'm going to show you how first to do the base. I'd already scored it, but I'm just going to walk you through that. So we're going to put our 4 by 11 inch piece of cardstock. And notice it is 4, not 4 1/4, so 4 by 11, and you'll understand why that is in a few minutes. So we're going to score it 5 1/2, and then cut that in half at 2 3/4. So I've got my 2 score lines for my double Z fold there for the first Z fold, and then I'm going to emboss just that base. I'm using the Woodland embossing folder. So I'm going to open that up and put just that back panel and just leave the rest of it extended out into my Woodland embossing folder. And our big shot. And so you just kind of have to push that portion through that extends out of the embossing folder. Run that through. And you can see I've just got my embossing on that portion. And I forgot my bone folders, so we'll use the ones that God gave me, and that's my fingers. And then I'm going to go ahead and get to the second portion, the second Z fold. And this piece is 3 5/8 across by 8 1/4. And 8 1/4 is divisible by 2 3/4, so that you can go once at 2 3/4. And rather than have to remember what that is, just flip it. And actually 2 3/4 times 2 is 5 1/2, so that would have been easy. But there you've got your center for your other card. So we're going to just do some decorating now because I've got my pieces, and I'm taking a piece of it's a wood grain print, and it happens to coordinate very nicely with the gray granite. This is out of the Festive Farmhouse paper. And so you've got, I love that paper because you've got Christmas print on one side, but then a very neutral, versatile. And so here's why our card was cut down to 4, because I can get multiple strips cut out of my designer paper that is 12 by 12 if I cut it down to 4. And really, when you look at the finished card, you don't notice that it's a 1/4 inch smaller than our normal A2 cards. So the next step is to go ahead and put my Z's in there, and what it's best always to do is to just kind of position it so that you can see where it's going to go before you actually attach it. And so I'm going to attach the top portion, and again, I'm only putting adhesive at the top because I don't want to glue my card closed, and I want it to be equal distance across, equal distance top and bottom. So now that I've got that one on, I can just open it up, put my adhesive on this back one, and then just close my card. So now I do have my double fold already there, so we're ready to just do some more decorating. I stamped the birch multiple times with the gray granite on a piece of Whisper White. in my white pieces. I'm gonna have 2 equal ones, one for the outside of the card and one to go on the inside. And these are 2.5 by 3 3/8. And of course we need a place to either sign our name or write additional greeting on the inside. So that's what this little white panel will provide us. And then what I chose to do to decorate, you notice I used the tree. I call it a naked tree, the one with no leaves that's in the framelits that goes with the Winterwood set. And so I've cut my galvanized paper. I did some out of galvanized paper and I did some out of the sparkle glimmer paper. And I cut strips that are 1 1/4. And then I cut strips of the multi-adhesive sheets, multi-purpose adhesive sheets on the back side, the same width, and then I rolled it through the Big Shot. And isn't it wonderful that this set of framelits came with 2 trees, so I can cut out 2 at a time. So I was able to cut out both of my galvanized sheets. And sometimes the tricky part is getting these off of the adhesive backing, but not too bad. So there is tree number 1. And what I love about this is I don't have to worry about sticky adhesive because or my adhesive ending up where I don't want it. And it's just like making stickers. I just love it. It makes it so easy to complete projects. And I extended my trees just a little bit so that they show off. There's enough adhesive to keep them on the card. I also think when you use the multi-purpose adhesive sheets, you actually get a better cut because it's just a little bit thicker going through the Big Shot. So it makes it, I believe, cut out easier. And again, there's no right or wrong. It's however you want to put those on. Do just a little bit more work to get all the pieces out of the sparkle glimmer paper. Those trees just show up so much better when they're sparkly. And then the last thing that I have to do is I went ahead and stamped, this is the sentiment out of the Winterwood set, and I used our oval, layering ovals thinlits, or framelits, and I'm going to use some dimensional to pop that on. And I'm putting them up toward the top because it's going to extend down off of my fold. And then these are really, really fun. Don't know if you noticed these in the catalog. They are the Twinkle adhesive sequins. They're stuff. My video had cut out, so I'm going to start that over. This Twinkle adhesive, the Twinkle adhesive backed sequins are star-shaped, and I will just take one of the iridescent looking ones because it has a little bit of a pink hue to it and add that onto my little label just to give it another pop of color and shimmer. And there you have it. That beautiful winter card that could be used for more than just Christmas. So thanks so much for stopping by today. I hope you'll give this fun double Z fold card a try.